0030 to 25 GA 0037. At 25 GA 0030, construction maintenance of flood control with the EBC amount of 14,700,000. Construction of riverbank protection flood protection works Katipunan extension. Then for 25 JA 0031, construction and maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage system, construction of flood control structure along Salug, Daku River, Barangay Lower Santo Niño, Mahayag, Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget of contract is 48,250,000 for 25 JA 0032, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, construction of road in RG to Barangay Ditulan, Guintananan to Canibongan to Barangay Malagalad, Macasing to Tamurayan to in RG Valencia bypass Dumingag Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget of the for the contract is 29,400,000. For 25 JE 0033, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, construction of roads Barangay Dontulan to Barangay Bogo Calabat to Nopulan to Barangay Leonardo, Molave and Josefina Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget of contract is 43,120,000. For 25 GA 0034, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, construction of road to Barangay Poblacion, Barangay San Fernando, Bambungju, to Barangay Bagong Upon, to Barangay Malating, Ramon Magsaysay. Approved budget of contract of 29,400,000. For 25 GE 0035, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, construction of road Barangay Bibilop to Barangay Puluron to Barangay Luponid to Barangay Datagan to Barangay Sawa, Mitsalip and Suminot, Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget of contract 29,400,000. For 25 GE 0036, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations in RG leading to Josefina, Masapa, Waterfalls, Barangay Ibarli, Josefina, Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget of contract of 14,700,000. The last is 25 GA 0037, Asset Preservation Preventive Maintenance Primary Roads Junction Blancia, Molave, Josefina, 1659 plus 819 to 1660 plus 245. Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget for the contract is 11,542,440. I will give this microphone to discuss the program of works to the planning and design section. Thank you.
So, good morning, everyone. For 25 JE 0030, construction or maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage system, construction of riverbank protection works, flood protection works, Katipunan CIS extension, Ramon Magsaysay, Zamboanga del Sur, with approved budget of contract of 14,700,000 and a net length of 216.52 linear meters with a total project duration of 136 days and unworkable days of 17 days and number of Sundays with 17 days. So these are the items involved. For the facilities for the engineer, we have provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis, other general requirements. We have the project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. For the reinforced concrete, we have structural concrete class A 28 days and reinforcing steel deform grade 40. For the drainage and slope protection structures, we have hand-laid embankment. And then for the miscellaneous structures, we have trees, furnishing, and transplanting, and trees transplanting cocoa tree. For the flood and river control and drainage, we have the individual removal of trees, 150 millimeters to 350 millimeters diameter, and then the structure excavation of common soil, embankment from borrow, selected borrow for topping, case 1, and gravel fill. Then for 25 JE0031, construction, maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems, construction of flood control structure along Salug Daku River, Barangay Lower Santo Niño, Mahayag, Zamboanga del Sur, with an approved budget for the contract of 48,250,000 and a net length of 122.60 linear meter for flood control and the scar protection length of 26.8 linear meter. So we have the total project duration of 239 days with unworkable days of 31 days and number of Sundays 29 days. So these are the items involved. For the facilities for the engineer, we have provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on rental basis, operation and maintenance of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, and provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis. And for the other general requirements, we have the project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health, and mobilization or demobilization. For the reinforced concrete, we have the structural concrete, Class A, 28 days, and then the reinforcing steel deformed, grade 40. For the drainage and slope protection structures, we have the hand-laid rock embankment. And for the flood and river control and drainage, we have the structure excavation of common soil, the embankment from borrow, and the selected borrow for topping, case 1. And lastly, for the bank and slope protection works, we have the grouted riprap class A, the concrete slope protection, and then the structural steel sheet piles furnished and the structural steel sheet piles driven.
So next project with a contract ID of 25JE0032, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, construction of road NRJ Barangay Ditulan to Barangay Guintananan to Barangay Canibongan to Barangay Malagalad to Barangay Macasing to Barangay Tamurayan to NRJ Valencia Bypass Dumingag, Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget for the contract 29,400,000. Scope of work for this project is road concreting with a road width of 6.10 meters. Thickness is 0.23 meters and a subbase course of 0.20 meters thick. Total length of this project is 1,098 meters. Total duration 220 calendar days with a number of predetermined of 27 calendar days and unworkable days of 27. So items involved for other general requirements, we have project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, and removal, relocation of utilities. For earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, embankment from roadway excavation, and subgrade preparation. For sub-base and base course, we have item 200 aggregate sub-base course. For surface courses, for shoulder, we have item 311 of 0.15 meters thick. And also for item 311 1C1, we have 0.23 meters thick. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have reinforcing steel grade 40 for line canal and also structural concrete class A for line canal. For slope protection, we have grouted riprap and also stone masonry for retaining wall. Miscellaneous structures, we have metal guardrail, metal beam including post. For in-piece, we have metal beam in-piece bullnose We have also trees furnishing, and lastly, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. So next, with a contract ID of 25JE0033, with a project name of Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Alleviating Gaps, construction of road, Barangay Duntulan to Barangay Bogo, Calabat, to Barangay Nopulan, to Barangay Leonardo, Molave, and Josefina, Zamboanga del Sur, with an approved budget for the contract of 43,120,000. So scope of work for this project is a road concreting with a road width of 6.10 meters and thickness of 0.23 meters. Sa base course, we have 0.20 meters thick. Total length of this project is 1,638 meters. Total project duration, we have 215 calendar days. Number of predetermined of 27 calendar days and unworkable days of also 27. So for other general requirements, items involved, we have project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization, and demobilization. For earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, pipe culvert and drain excavation, embankment from roadway excavation, and subgrade preparation. For sub-base and base course, we have aggregate sub-base course. And for surface courses, for shouldering, we have item 311 of 0.15 meters thick. And also for sa item 311 1C1, we have 0.23 meters of thick. For drainage and slope protection structures for line canal, we have reinforcing steel grade 40 and also a structural concrete class A. For slope protection, we have grouted riprap and stone masonry for at our retaining wall. For miscellaneous structures, we have trees furnishing and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Uh, Naay service vehicle, ma'am. Facilities for the engineer, we have provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle on bare rental basis. Item 311 mo. Ang atong shoulder. Yes, ma'am. Item 311, ma'am. Concrete ang atong shoulder. Ah, yes, ma'am. 15 ang thickness. Yes, ma'am. So next project to be discussed with a contract ID of 25JE0034 with a project name of Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps. Construction of road NRJ Barangay Poblacion to Barangay San Fernando to Barangay Bambunjut to Barangay Bagong Upon to Barangay Malating Ramon Magsaysay Zamboanga del Sur. For the contract, 29,400,000. So scope of work for this project is road concreting with a road width of 6.10 meters. Thickness of this is 0.23 meters thick and a sub-base course of 0.20 meters thick. Total length of this project is 1,113.5. Yes, ma'am. Pointers. So, ada ni siya 0.5, ma'am, para makuha ni siya sa 1.5 nato nga ma sige na. Yes, ma'am. Total project duration for this project is 215 calendar days with, yes, ma'am, 215. With number of predetermined of 27 calendar days and unworkable days of 26 calendar days. So items involved for other general requirements, we have project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, and mobilization, demobilization. For earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, Removal of actual structures obstruction. So sa actual na ni siya existing pavement pero bad condition naman so ato siyang gi-remove. Also we have items surplus common excavation, structure excavation, pipe culvert and drain excavation, embankment from roadway excavation and subgrade preparation. For sub-base and base course, we have item 200 aggregate sub-base course. For surface courses, sa atong shoulder, we have item 311 concrete of 0.15 meters thick. And also item 311 1C1 concrete of 0.23 meters thick. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have reinforcing steel for line canal and structural concrete class A. For slope protection, we have grouted riprap class A, and for retaining wall, we have stone masonry. For miscellaneous structures, we have metal guardrail, metal beam in piece of bull nose, trees furnishing, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. White, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, naapon ma'am. Tanan, yes ma'am. So next project, we have 25JE0035 with project name of Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Alleviating Gaps, Construction of Road, NRJ Barangay Bibilop, to Barangay Buluron, to Barangay Lumpunid, to Barangay Datagan, to Barangay Sawa, Midsalip, and Suminot, Zamboanga del Sur, with approved budget for the contract of 29 million and 400,000. So scope of work for this project is road concreting with a road width of 6.10 meters width. Thickness is 0.23 meters and a sub-base course of 0.20 meters thick. So total length for this project is 704 meters. 704. Total project duration is 190 calendar days. Number of predetermined 24 calendar days and unworkable days of 23. So items involved for this project. For facilities for the engineer, we have provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. Calendar days, ma'am, 190. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, 704 meters. So items involved. Next, for other general requirements, we have project billboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, removal and relocation of utilities. For earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, removal of concrete drainage structures, removal of actual structures obstruction, RCPC of 610 millimeters diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, pipe culvert and drain excavation, embankment from roadway excavation, and subgrade preparation. For sub-base and base course, we have item 200 aggregate sub-base course. For surface courses, we have item 311 for shouldering of 0.15 meters thick, and also item 311 C1 of 0.23 meters thick. Yes, ma'am. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have line canal, reinforcing steel, grade 40, and structural concrete class A. And also, we provided box culvert for this project. Yes, ma'am. And for slope protection, we have grouted riprap, and for retaining wall, we have stone masonry. For miscellaneous structures, we have metal guardrail, including post, single, and for in-piece, we have bullnose. And lastly, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. So next project to be discussed, we have contract ID of 25JE0036 with a project name of Construction Improvement of Access Roads Leading to Declared Tourism Destinations, NRJ leading to Josefina Masapak Waterfalls, Barangay Ibarle, Josefina, Zamboanga del Sur. Approved budget for the contract is 14,700,000. Scope of work for this project is road concreting with a road width of 6.10 meters width and thickness of 0.23 meters. Sub-base course is 0.20 meters thick. Total length for this project is 296 meters. So project duration for this project is 175 calendar days with number of predetermined of 22 calendar days and unworkable days of 21. Items involved for other general requirements, we have project billboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities. For earthworks, we have individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, and subgrade preparation. For surface courses, for shoulder, we have item 311 of 0.15 meters thick and item 311 1C1 of 0.23 meters thick. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have reinforcing steel and structural concrete class A for R-line canal and stone masonry for retaining wall. For miscellaneous structures, we have metal guardrail including posts of metal beam in piece of bullnose, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. And lastly, we have 25JE0037 with a project name of Asset Preservation Preventive Maintenance, Primary Roads, Junction Blancia Molave, Josefina Road, K1659 plus 819 to K1660 plus 245. So scope of work of this project is asphalt overlay with a road width of 3.35 meters each lane. So 4 lanes na din siya. So ang tanan itong i-asphalt with a thickness of 50 millimeters of asphalt. Those. So items involved, we have for other general requirements, we have project billboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For earthworks, we have removal of actual structures obstruction for existing asphalt. For surface courses, we have item 3022 bituminous tack coat and second is bituminous concrete surface course of 50 millimeters thick. And lastly, for miscellaneous structures, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, including pedestrian lane. So ang location na ani nga asphalt overlay is in front sa municipal hall sa Mahayag. Ah. So ang location ni sir, yes sir. Ang total length ani nga project is 432 meters, 432 meters. 432 meters. Padulong sa pabalik ma'am. Yes ma'am. Mons Grill. Somewhere diha ato ang end. So total project duration is 60 calendar days. So I think that's all.
Any additional comments or question, Engineer Bahian? Engineer Royal? Engineer Villanueva? So any question there in the contractor side and attended this pre-bid conference? Uh, the procurement engineer? So walay additional? Same naman at sa tanan. So let's adjourn the pre-bid conference. And once again, good morning and thank you.